Boom. All right, what's going on, you guys? It's Royce Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I want to give you guys my top 3 Bitcoin related stock picks for the remainder of 2020. So for this video, I made a write-up for you guys, which consists of the 3 stocks we're going to be talking about today: Riot Blockchain, Marathon Patent Group, and MicroStrategy. I put them in the title. I'm not trying to hide anything from you guys. Followed by a brief description of what the stock is, what the company does, followed by their market cap. I will go on to explain why I believe that's important, followed by a quick summary of why I'm personally bullish on these stocks. All right, and then of course, as I usually do for these videos, got good old Robinhood mirrored right here for you guys. As we go over each of these one by one and read through them, I will bring the stocks up on Robinhood. Not going to get super technical today, of course. We're just going to take a quick look at the charts, but I will let you guys know what I'm thinking in terms of price action. The real technical stuff, you guys, I know you guys can see a chart on TradingView in the back. We will get more technical in future stock talks, future crypto convos, but this video is meant to put some of these guys on your radar if they're not already. Before we get into it, let's get straight into it. But before we do, I will ask you guys to please give the video a like if you do go on to gain value from it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Again, we go into a lot more detail on these in other videos, so subscribe if you want more content like this. I appreciate it. Let's dive straight in. Boom. Riot Blockchain, number 1. Riot is a Bitcoin mining company with a market cap of $195 million. So as you guys can see today, just quick look on the charts. Riot, if you guys have been tuning in, I've posted a lot of content surrounding Riot. Riot is one of my favorite plays in this sector, not only in this sector, but in the market. So super excited to see it doing well. You can see it's up 12, almost 13% today. It was up as much as 10% after hours earlier because Bitcoin is absolutely crushing it right now. So Riot Blockchain, Bitcoin mining company, you can see on the year, it is up 146%. It's been an absolute roller coaster. So let's go into why I like this stock so much. Riot has been my favorite play in the crypto sector for a while. I've traded this company since 2017, and over the years, its fundamentals have gotten significantly stronger. It seems like they're acquiring more and more miners each month. The more mining machines you have, the more Bitcoin you can mine, and ultimately the more profit you'll make. They also have BTC on their balance sheet and invest in blockchain projects. So when the sector as a whole goes up, the revenue does as well. I'm irresponsibly bullish on Riot. So if you guys have been around, you've heard me say that before. I'm irresponsibly bullish on Riot. This just means I'm just kind of joking around here, you guys, but again, I just posted a video called Riot Blockchain is my favorite stock in the market because it's true, because it has so much potential, you guys. The reason I involve market cap in this is because all of these companies right now that we're talking about have very small market caps in the grand scheme of the public markets, okay? So public markets, you think of Apple, $2 trillion company, and I know Apple is obviously way more, they deserve a $2 trillion market cap to some extent, but it just shows you the ability for these stocks, like how big these stocks are in the grand scheme of things. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. They're still extremely small. $200 million is a micro cap stock. That's still that's a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of the financial markets. So it takes very little capital inflow to these stocks to lift the individual share price, which I will actually talk about here tomorrow. But with so many retail investors in the market right now, you guys, Bitcoin's popping off. There's more retail investors than ever. There's more people on Robinhood than ever, okay? So all the stars are aligning specifically for Bitcoin related stocks right now, most specifically Bitcoin miners like Riot and Marathon Patent Group, which we'll get into right now. So let's bring that up on Robinhood. Let's just type in Mara. Should be right there. Sorry, you guys. Come on. Marathon Patent Group. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's taking forever to load. Sorry about that. Marathon Patent Group. Okay, it's because I got TradingView on the back that consumes so much Wi-Fi. Okay, so Marathon Patent Group, again, similar to Riot today because Bitcoin just crossed $13,000 for the first time since June or July, I believe, of 2019. Huge day for Bitcoin. That's why I had to make this video, you guys. Up 15% on the day, up 11% after hours. So crazy day for Mara. You can see though, unlike Riot, Mara is significantly lower than it was in its highs back in early August, which actually makes me believe that Mara, has more near-term upside than Riot, okay? So I forgot to bring this up on Riot, but I want to show you guys the 5-year here, okay? So let's take a look at 2017. So you can see here 2017, we'll roll back to Riot after this so you guys can see Riot. In 2017, when Bitcoin reached $20,000, Mara reached a high. Let's actually go to the candles here. Mara reached a high. This is a monthly candle right here of $40. Okay, so when Bitcoin reached $20,000, which is very likely in my mind to happen by the end of this year, by Christmas, that's what I've been saying. It wouldn't surprise me at all for Mara, for Riot to get back up to that $40 level, or at least up to this like $20, $30 level that I was at, that it spent a couple weeks at. Okay, that seems a little more fair. But again, you guys, Riot was I've looked at it all the time. Riot's previous high in 2017 when Bitcoin was at 20K was $45. So there's almost equally as much upside in both. Let's get into this. Mara is also a Bitcoin mining company, market cap $90 million. For similar reasons I'm bullish on Riot, I'm bullish on Mara as well. Any company who is paid in Bitcoin in a world where BTC is rising in price at a rapid pace is good for revenue. Although Mara isn't as fundamentally strong as Riot at this point in time, it's still making tangible steps towards expanding its operations. Mara's market cap is also half that of Riot's, so it takes even less capital inflow to lift the individual share price. I think Mara has a very bright future ahead of it. All right, so again, Mara is a smaller stock than Riot. You can see Mara has a $90 million market cap, less than half that of Riot's, okay? So that said, I personally like Riot more than Mara. I think it's a way more well-established company. Companies like Charles Schwab, like huge banks like Charles Schwab and Fidelity, do actually have Riot Blockchain on their balance sheet, which is huge too. They do have more miners, they have more infrastructure built out. But Mara is a great, I don't even want to call it a speculative play because they are expanding their operations as well. So Mara, although not as well-established as Riot, still has a crazy amount of upside ahead of it, considering its market cap is significantly smaller. And again, you guys, in a retail shiny object driven market, which I don't agree with, but that's the reality of the times. In a market driven by shiny object retail chasers, you want stocks like this, small market caps, doing great things, which Bitcoin mining, Bitcoin's popping off right now, just so much green across the board. You guys, I talk about Bitcoin so much, so again, just subscribe if you want to hear me talk about Bitcoin. But right now I got to focus on these stocks. All right, last but not least, MicroStrategy, switching it up a little bit here. So let's look at MSTR. Let's hope that doesn't take forever to load like the other one. It probably will though. Yeah, sorry you guys, I have TradingView running in the back. It takes a lot of Wi-Fi. Plus this app is on Wi-Fi as well, so it's probably messing it up a little bit. Okay, so MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is actually an interesting one. So let's just start reading this. You can see here up 7% today, up as much as almost 10% and up 50%. That's a beautiful looking chart right there. You guys will stay on the 3 months and close it out with that. So MicroStrategy is a cloud computing company. I mean, how hot is that? That recently converted $425 million of their balance sheet into Bitcoin. So cloud computing company, cloud software, the Snowflake IPO, you guys. Cloud computing is, I mean, about as peak trendy as you can get. And they just added $425 million of Bitcoin onto their balance sheet instead of US dollars. Huge move. They're the first ones to do that. You guys may have heard of it. This was huge news, especially if you're involved in crypto. There's no way you haven't heard about that. But huge things, market cap 1.75 billion, which for a company like this, a cloud computing company, they also do other things as well. They also engage in software and whatnot. But they have $500 million at this point in time because they bought that a couple months ago. It's probably like close to 500 mil now. $500 million for a market cap of $1.75 billion, and they have a successful business as well. I mean, that's crazy, you guys. So as I said in the description, MicroStrategy is a cloud company which recently took the first major step of converting a large sum of their balance sheet into Bitcoin. They purchased $425 million of Bitcoin a couple months back and are already up over 15% on that investment. That just shows you the power of holding an appreciating store of value like Bitcoin. On top of that, their CEO, Michael Saylor, remember that name, you guys, is now one of the most prominent voices in the Bitcoin universe. The more people learn about Bitcoin, the more they'll watch his interview and the more they'll want to invest in MicroStrategy. So I do highly recommend you guys go look up some interviews with Michael Saylor. Look at that, right there, where'd it go? Right there, Michael Saylor. And again, you guys, he is the CEO of MicroStrategy. He's been their CEO for years. He is a veteran in tech. He was super early on Apple. So this guy knows how to spot trends. And he's a recent Bitcoin bull. That's the reason he did this. But his view and his take on Bitcoin is so rational and that of such a veteran investor and a veteran CEO. So I highly recommend you guys go look up some interviews with him. They're great. The shorter ones are great as well. But there's some longer ones. There was just one released with Raoul Pal, who's an investor, former Goldman Sachs manager. That's one of the biggest Bitcoin bulls I know. I consider him to be a mentor of mine personally. So definitely recommend you guys go watch that one if you want to. It's like 2 hours long, so it might be a little tough, but if you got time, it's for sure worth it, you guys. But again, we'll just wrap it up here, you guys. I'm so freaking bullish on these stocks, like irresponsibly bullish. Talk about them all the time. And again, you guys, I'm super excited to see where this thing can go and where these things can take us. Because again, even 1.75 billion, which think about that, is almost 10x, is like almost 10x that of Riot Blockchain, which is twice that of Mara. So even 1.75 billion in the grand scheme of things is very small still. That's nothing. That is still a small cap stock in the general markets. So keep that in mind, you guys. these stocks have so much room for growth, and we're in a market with so many shiny object chasing retail investors that I think it could be crazier, even crazier than 2017. Again, both Riot Blockchain and Marathon Patent Group reached a high of $45 back in 2017. Bitcoin, there was like no fundamentals around it. It was all speculative. Now there's so much infrastructure around Bitcoin. I just uploaded a video talking about how PayPal is going to start trading Bitcoin on their platform to their platform of like 400 million users. Square, Cash App are doing it. Large hedge funds are accumulating Bitcoin day by day. Institutional money is coming into these assets. Okay, so everything is trending in the right direction for Bitcoin in an environment where there's way more retail investors on Robinhood specifically than ever. So everything, again, stars are aligning. That's the best way I can say it, you guys. I will close it out by saying this. Let's close this out, and I just want to close it out with this, you guys, okay? So I did send this exact write-up. You can see here this exact write-up to my newsletter. So in this newsletter, this is my complete portfolio and daily newsletter. It's the first link in the description if you guys want to check it out. It's a complete list of all call options, all put options, all stock positions, all cryptocurrency positions, like specifically labeled in percentages of my portfolio. I do update that literally every trading day. Talk to you guys about the trades that I made that day, rationalizing my thoughts in the newsletter, as well as sending you guys stuff like this, okay? And again, I don't talk about this every day. If it's doing extraordinarily well, I will, because of course I do love you guys as well. But the newsletter, I give you guys real-time updates, real-time trades during market hours, during market open, so I can let you guys know what I'm doing in real time to hopefully give you guys some insight as to just how I'm trading and how I attack this sector personally. So I really appreciate it if you check that out. Again, you get fun little emails like this as well, just write-ups that I send. I do send these out prior to making the YouTube video, so you get a little head start on that. But again, I do appreciate it if you check that out. First link in the description. Once again, subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more technical analysis. Again, I dive a lot deeper into these than just these summaries, but these summaries are great. Again, and I'm so happy if I was able to introduce you guys to some of these players if you weren't already. Bitcoin is absolutely popping off right now. You can see Bitcoin. I will just close it out by showing you guys my, I've said this multiple times, but my ultimate price target for Bitcoin, 20K by Christmas. I think we can hit it. You guys can see we broke back into this ascending channel. Bitcoin, I mean, reached a high today of almost $13,300, you guys. That's insane. This is completely blowing out the expectations that I had, but that just signals to me once again that we have confirmed the bull rally in Bitcoin. We're in the next bull market, and I think we're going to go a lot higher than 20K. I think 20K by Christmas, if we do continue at this pace, is actually understated, and I think we could easily reach, I mean, 30, 40, 50K even by the end of the year going into 2021. Okay, so I'm super excited to share this with you guys, just share the experience with you guys, and yeah, hopefully sharing some of the gains. Remember, you guys, this isn't investment advice. I'm not a freaking oracle. I don't know if this is going to happen for sure or not. I'm just doing my best with the data available to me to make the best decisions I can. But always do your own research. Always make your own decisions. I'm not telling you what to do. You guys know the deal. But we'll call it there, you guys. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what stocks in the sector you're personally bullish on. Let me know what you're playing. Let me know if you really like Riot Mara as much as I do. MicroStrategy, so much potential here, you guys, and so many other. Let me know what other stocks you want me to cover in this sector. There's a lot of other exciting players. Square, PayPal was up today, like we were talking about. Canaan, Bitcoin mining manufacturer, just other cryptocurrencies. Let me know if you want me to talk about XRP, Chainlink, EOS, Ether. Because again, I want to know what you guys want to see, so please let me know down below. And again, until next time, you guys, always remember, take action, make waves. Peace.